Alright guys, Papa Pepper here at the Abundant Harvest Homestead with my lovely wife, Mama Pepper, and recently I encountered these, which are some crazy impressive sweet peppers. A lot of times if people are going with the sweet pepper, they're looking for something with the recessive gene, so it doesn't have capsaicin, which is what brings the heat. They're normally going to focus on bell peppers, but there are some other ones too, and these are just coming out in all sorts of stuff. Did you grab those chocolates? Both chocolates.
Oh.
Yeah, so big red ones, big orange ones, big chocolate colored ones, and I'd never seen any peppers like these. In the course of my existence as a pepper connoisseur, I've sourced pepper seeds from a lot of different places and had some pretty interesting luck with some of them. Some years ago, we actually had some regular kind of mini sweet peppers that I think back in maybe 2012, 2013, we encountered. We saved some seeds from them, and we've been growing them about yearly ever since. I even saw one I gave a friend who had a small lot, didn't have a garden. I gave him one in a 5-gallon bucket, and you'd come over and there'd be like 50 peppers just hanging off this thing. His one single plant was putting out way more of a harvest than multiple plants of mine, and it was really cool just to see the blessing of that. And one thing I love about both our mini bell peppers that we grow and the mini sweet peppers is you give a child one of these, they'll pretty much gobble up the whole thing. If you gave them something like this or a full-size bell pepper, it would be less likely that they would eat the whole thing. But I recently encountered these, and even though I have some like this that will ripen to red, orange, or yellow, and of course you could eat them while they're green too, I didn't have a chocolate colored one, so we decided to hold some of these back from the dinner table. And I'm going to cut them open and save some seeds. And then we're going to take some of these guys and do the same thing. We've grown peppers this big before. Do you remember what they were?
Big Jims?
The Big Jims, the New Mex Big Jims. And they are wonderful. If you're making just where you blister them and then add them on top of some meat or some other stuff, we got to grow a bunch of those next year. Remind me. But they're like a form of a hatch pepper, and sometimes you'll get them like a foot or longer. These are impressive for a sweet pepper, and I've seen where people will cut them in half lengthwise, kind of like if you have a big potato and you cut it in half and you scoop it out and then you fill it with stuff. You can do it with these sweet peppers, open them up, and then either like raw for a salad type, you know, raw pepper thing, or cooked for some other meal. That's a way to go. Especially when you got nice long ones.
I could see putting some tuna in there, like a tuna salad. That sounds delicious.
So a lot of times if you got a stout pepper that's going to stand up, you cut the top off and you fill that with some different meat and cheese and rice and beans and whatever you got going on. But with these, you could do it the long ways. And what I want to do is not only be able to pick up some of these at the store, but potentially grow my own. Now if you have a hybrid pepper, you may not be able to. A hybrid pepper may you know, mutate. Every generation it may be different because it's a hybrid. They don't always produce true to kind of like the same thing with fruit. You don't always get the same type of fruit from the seed depending on what it was pollinated with, so the only way to get the one that you're looking for sure is to get a scion and do grafting. With these, I don't have an option to graft the pepper plants, but we have the seeds, so we're going to take a risk. We're going to take a chance and see if we can get peppers like these from the seeds within. We don't know, but we're going to give it a shot, right? Mm-hmm. And if we could, for the rest of our life, never need to pick up peppers like this before, like this again, and just grow our own every year, that's the type of situation I like to be in. I'm going to cut these lengthwise and see what's actually even in here for seeds. How many do you think we got? It's about 30.
30? I was going to guess 30, about 30.
There you go. There's about 30 in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you these orange ones. And I have this paper towel already marked. You're just going to pick out the orange ones. And I'm going to cut this one just with the thing off, so we can use them. Who knows how you'll get creative and use them. And the cool thing is, a lot of times if you're harvesting seeds from a hot pepper or super hot, a lot of people recommend wearing gloves. You don't really touch them with your hands. There's more in this one. But with these, we don't have to worry about that as much because they're a sweet pepper. We don't really have to worry. And I'm going to do a comparison here between a little chocolate pepper and a big chocolate pepper. These are both going to be about the same flavor. They're both going to be sweet. But I'm guessing that mini sweet is going to have more seeds than this guy. And that's just my guess. Here we do got pretty good. I would guess there's roughly 40 in here. I'll hold that up and let it focus for a minute. So I'm going to set that down on the big chocolate one. And then here, I'm going to cut this in half and we're going to see. I can be wrong. We're about to find out. Well, probably comparable actually. There's just a higher concentration in a small area right here. So all I'm going to do is we're going to remove these seeds. We're going to put them on some paper towels that are marked with each kind of what they are. Let them fully dry, and then we're going to keep them through the winter, and probably about February or March we'll start some of these pepper plants off. We'll see how they do, and at that point we'll just have to wait the whole year until they come into fruit, until they come into just a ripe ones hanging off of there, and we'll see. But I'm excited. If it pays off, it pays off. And guess what? If these are some sort of hybrid or something, whatever does come may not be true to kind, but it may be better, or it may just be something different. And that's one thing to think about too. A lot of times when you go back to like the stone fruits, like pears, plums, peaches, cherries, all that type of stuff, when you do plant the seed, you don't get one true to kind, but the way that you develop a new kind is by cross-pollinating some different ones and then planting the seeds, and then you wind up with a new kind. So it's a good way to develop a different kind that you wouldn't normally get if you were just grafting the originals. So you never know what's going to happen. I know that the ones we've been growing for years of the mini sweets have been true to kind the whole time. They've been doing really good, and I'm not sure about this source, but sometimes too when you have a source and it says, you know, they're organic and natural and non-GMO, you can sit there and keep those and give them a chance and see what happens. So we will keep this video uploaded in our archives for our members, and in months and months and months we'll add a little bit more to them, and then some more months we'll add some more to this video, and then hopefully eventually get an answer and release a full video to everyone. So Mama was just appreciating the coloration of the inside of these. Look at that. Is it gonna focus? Focus? I don't know. But they really do look really cool on the inside. And these big ones too are just impressive. So we should do a little taste test just to compare whatever we got now to however they turn out when we grow them. Yeah, there's no capsaicin there.
It's tasty. So these ones are the chocolate?
Chocolate colored big ones.
And then these are the chocolate little ones?
Those are like a chocolate mini sweet. You want to split one of those mini ones with me?
Sure.
We'll see if it tastes the same as the big one, huh?
I'll give you the little piece because I kind of want the big piece.
I have bigger pieces.
These are tasty.
They are tasty. One of our favorite things to do with these right now, the colored ones that we grow ourselves, and we'll just dice them up and just cover a pizza in them. Oh, that's really good. With other things too. And we just had some, do we have some of the mini sweet ones in our turkey soup?
Yeah, we did.
We made turkey soup with the carcass from our Thanksgiving turkey. That worked really well. And then we also taught Pinky Pepper to make dumplings, which was really good. And it was really the most complex dumpling recipe we ever had, just because we used milk instead of water. There was also black pepper added to it and some things like that, as opposed to just salt, flour, baking soda, water. So that was pretty cool. These are good. I made another one. Look forward to growing them.
Me too.
So, knowing that these germinated well, I got some to germinate in the proper timing, I believe, to prepare them for spring planting. The weather's a little iffy, so right now we've still got them in the house, but I'm going to move them outside to harden off. These happen to be two of the big, long, red ones that we had. Mama Pepper here has one of the chocolate mini sweets. So hopefully, I'm not sure if these are going to be true to kind, meaning that, you know, these could ripen to chocolate, these could ripen to orange, these could ripen to the red, which is the one that they came the seeds from. Hers may be chocolate, maybe it'll be yellow, red, or orange, I'm not sure. But we're going to just see how they do and see if they kind of stay true to kind, and then see what happens when we plant them for the next generation as well. But a good way that we didn't have to spend any extra money on seeds. We got the seeds, or we got the, you know, the seeds in the peppers when we bought the peppers, and then rather throwing them away or just eating them, we decided to try this and we'll see how it works. It is now nearing the end of July, and some of these big ones we got planted, they're growing pretty well. Here I've got 4 nice peppers growing off of that plant. This one back here is pretty big. So far, they look pretty good. This seems like it stayed pretty true to kind. We'll have to see how they ripen with their color, and of course how they taste too. But so far this pepper experiment is going pretty well. I'll get you a closer look here. Oh, look underneath there once. Pull some of those up. Let's peek at those.
What?
Show me some of them other ones too.
What is this?
I was wondering if you'd remember. Do you remember we were doing an experiment? And we were growing some peppers from seed from the stores?
Yes.
So you remember those big red ones that were sweet?
Yes.
Yeah, these are them.
These are the big red ones that are sweet?
Yeah, remember?
Wow.
Hey, Baba, there's another one.
There is another one.
That's
so,
awesome.
we probably got frost coming tonight.
Hey,
Okay.
there's another one.
And that's not awesome.
So these are sweet.
Yes.
Ooh.
And they're pretty good, but you see this? Look at this.
Wow.
This whole thing is nibbled down over here.
Okay.
This whole side of the plant. And all year, and this is all nibbled off. And full peppers were nibbled off, nibbled off, nibbled off.
Okay.
Now there could be, you know, tomato hornworms that would do something like that, but that's not what happened here. What happened here is a woodchuck. And a lot of these plants were nibbled down to nothing a long time ago. So we've pretty much been fighting a woodchuck all year. It was a kind of a bad growing year. There was some things with the moisture and with the temperatures that made a lot of our crops not do very good. Also, oh, that one broke off. A woodchuck came in and so many times and nibbled all these like down, and I was trying to deter it, but I couldn't find it. Look at this, Mom. This is the same stuff, darling. This is a prime example of what it would do to our plants. This plant could be as big as those other ones are bigger, but it had one nibbled off, and it pretty much nibbled everything back, and now it's just trying to regrow from that stem. It's a 14-inch stick with a couple leaves on it because of that woodchuck. Okay. So unfortunately, our experiment by and large was a failure. This is one of those chocolate mini ones. Remember those mini ones?
Oh, yeah.
Those mini sweet peppers? Yeah, and the same thing happened earlier in the year. Some are almost turning up to color, but we got a frost coming tonight, guys. It was a bad year for peppers for us, for sure. I mean, I got some that produced. The Sugar Rush peach peppers produced well. You've seen the cayennes earlier.
Cayennes, yes.
And a lot of the other stuff just not even close.
Do you jalapenos this year or no? Or serranos?
I got like a plant of jalapenos. A lot of stuff, I did terrible getting stuff in on time. I got a bunch of stuff in late, and then it was a pretty rough year for us growing here on our property. So we might just harvest what we got here. I don't know if you want to try to ferment them or make a salsa with them. I got tomatoes too.
I would want to ferment them.
You'd want to ferment them? Okay. So we can pick them up. So guys, the moral of the story is variables came into play here that caused us to fail. Did we grow peppers? Oh yeah, absolutely. We got them growing. Are they true to kind? I mean, we can't even test the full size at maturity or other things, just because, again, moisture, temperature, woodchuck. Those things mess stuff up for us where it is what it is. So I guess to be continued. Maybe we'll try again in 2022 or something. 2023. Maybe we'll try again in the future. Pick a decent sized one.
A big one?
Yeah. Do you want to break it off or cut it off?
I broke it off.
Oh, nice job.
All right.
Hold on, little girl. Let Mama
They
take.
taste like bell peppers?
Do they? If they were fully mature, they'd be sweeter, but they're not. Hey, bell pepper.
It tastes like a pepper.
You want to take a nibble?
Yeah.
You can nibble Mama's.
Mmm, those are yummy.
So if you want, collect all the big ones you can, and take them in the house for a project. Stuff them in your pouch or something, okay? All right.
Mama.
Hey.
Seeds?
No, it's not fully mature, so we won't save the seeds. I do have some still saved from the original, so we can try out the same stuff next time.
2 months rest.
Was it a fun experiment?
Why are you asking me?
'Cause you were involved. Remember saving seeds? Remember planting them? Remember growing
I
pepper
saved the
plants?
seeds.
Yeah, you helped with all that. We got videos from many
Yeah.
months ago.
Yes, I don't really remember the whole process. I remember the saving the seeds, but that's about it.
Yeah, I took more of a lead role in the failure of this project. All right, we'll see you next time. Maybe we'll be successful. Papa out.
Thank you for watching. Hit the like button. Thumbs up.